Hello and welcome back to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Ade. So glad to have you here with me today. I'm excited to say that we continue to grow in subscribers. I think we're somewhere over 20, which is fantastic. And I am just really grateful to be here. We finished the series of 6 readings about the 222. And so today, I'm going to do a different reading, and I thought I would focus on what info do you need to increase joy in your life this week? So what info would be helpful for you to have to increase joy in your life for this week? So I'm going to pull several oracle cards and several tarot cards from multiple decks. So what I'll do first that I've typically done is pull and this is, see if this is 1 or 2. This is 2, so it looks like that's pile 1 and 2. And it looks like actually this is 3. So I will pull the initial card, which are these, and I will also put a crystal with these cards, and you can choose to just go pick directly based on these cards that you're seeing, or I will now pull the rest of the cards, and then you can pull from there. And I think what I'll do on these actually is I'll give us initial sneak peek, and then I'll pull the rest of the cards. So for pile number 1, we have the elephant spirit, and that will be with the Adventurine. And that is about learning from the past. Pile number 2, we've got the electric eel spirit, which is bring your ideas to life. And that is going to be the Obsidian, I want to say that is the Snowflake Obsidian. Snowflake Obsidian. Okay. And then the pile number 3 will be the wolf spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. And that is your tiger's eye pile. So if you want to choose off of that, you are welcome to do that. The timestamps will be in the description. Pile number 1, elephant. Pile number 2, electric eel. And pile number 3, wolf spirit. With that, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video, and then I will jump into the actual pile picking for the rest of the cards if you would like to watch that piece. All right. Okay, so let's keep going. So I'm going to pull several additional oracle cards. So just do these quickly so spirits you can see for our pile 1. Oopsie. There we go. Okay, and I hope that you all are having a joyful day. I want to thank you so much if you have liked, shared, or subscribed. Looks like that's going to be 2. I'm certainly enjoying being able to connect with people. I wanted to also ask if you have ideas for readings that you would like to see done. Please put those in the comments, and I'll see what makes sense through my prayer. And also, if there's a particular reading that resonates with you, if you wouldn't mind to share what pile that was in the comments, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps me kind of get some clarity to see what is resonating with folks. Although I don't have a lot of control over that because the spirit guides are really the ones who are dictating that. So, Spirit, if we could get what card for pile number 1 here from the Flower Oracle, which can also be a great medicine. Oops. Looks like it's that one. And for pile number 2, number 2 Spirit, these are additional oracle cards. And for, oops, pile number 3. Number 3, okay? And then going to pull compass card. And so we're asking, we're asking what information we need to bring more joy into our lives for this week. That is 2. What information will bring more joy into our lives for this week? And this is one final oracle card here for deck. So for pile number 1, what do we need to know to bring more joy into our lives in this week? And this is the Abundant Joy Tarot. I always want to think about joy. And for pile number 3, what do we need? Will help us guide us to more joy in this week. Oops. All right. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and pull. I am going to pull one final, but I'm going to do that in a minute here. So I'm going to pull just 2 tarot from each of these decks. So it's 3 decks, so it'll give us kind of a good way to see the full story in tarot. So we've got 1. And for pile 1. And oops, it looks like it might be those right there. That's 3, but I'm going to go with them for pile 2 and for pile 3. I think it's that one. And one more for pile 3. Okay. I know some people like watching the pile picking. I like watching the pile picking with other tarots because sometimes a card will fly out. We need to get additional information on it, and sometimes it's just pretty straightforward. So pile number 1, we're just looking for 2 cards for pile number 1 to extend the story for what do we need to know to bring additional joy into our week this week. That's 1. That's 2. And for pile number 2, oops, there we go. Put that for pile 2. 1, 2. And pile 2. Okay. And for pile 3. What information does pile 3 need to know to increase the joy for their week? What information does pile 3 need to increase their joy this week? And for pile number 1, what information does pile number 1 need to increase joy for this week? Spirit, help us to guide us with which cards we need to look at. Look like that's going to be 1. One more card for pile 1 to round out the story. What do they need to know? What do they need to know? Oops. 1, and then for pile 2. Does pile 2 need to know to increase? Oops. Y'all just keep getting 3. So there's 3 for pile 2. Oops. I think that's going to be pile 3. And then one more for pile 3. Pile 2 is just getting a little hefty there. Okay. All right. So that's what we have for tarot in the reading. And then I just also like to do one cosmic one to give us a real broad view of universal guidance from spirit in terms of increasing our joy for this week. And what does pile 1 need to know? Okay, and then 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that's that. We got a lot of cards here, but hopefully this will give us a full story. Put these out. Okay. 2, and then these are our tarot. Put those underneath, and then the final. Okay, and so this is for the elephant spirit. Adventurine. All right, and okay, did I get that right? This is there. There we go. And this is going to be for the electric eel. And there we go. And this will be is this the order? I forgot my order. Okay, and then this is, let's see, what did I do here? Okay. There we go. This is for the wolf spirit. All right, with the tiger's eye. So we've got wolf spirit, electric eel, adventuring. 1, 2, and 3. Those are your piles. That was a long little pot picking, but we are going to go into the readings. Thanks again for joining the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is a day. If you are liking what you are seeing, please like, share, or subscribe, and I will look forward to seeing you in your readings. See you soon. Hello and welcome back to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Ade, and if you have chosen the Adventurine and the Elephant Spirit card, Learn from the Past, this is going to be your reading. This is for pile number 1. All right. So before we get started, I just want to say again, thank you to all of those who have either liked, shared, or subscribed this channel. I'm continuing to try to reach the people that need to hear the messages that I am giving. So I want to thank you for that. Know that if you want to share with me what resonates with you, if a certain pile resonates with you, I'd love to hear it in the comments. Also, if you have any particular ideas about what you'd like to hear in a reading, you can let me know. Those I decide on in conjunction with my prayer and spirit guides and meditate on. So if those ideas resonate, then I will move forward with them. And also, if you're interested in a personal reading, please email me at abundantjoytarot@gmail.com, and I will let you know what the options are in terms of scheduling and in terms of price. So that is that, and let's get started with this reading. So we're talking about how can you increase your joy in this week, okay? That is what we pulled the reading for, and we're going to jump right in. So let's see what we've got. We've got a bunch of oracle cards and some tarot cards. Wonderful. Okay, so your first one is fearlessness, and it's coming from your solar plexus chakra. Okay, so those of you who study chakra, or even if you don't, you may want to look up your solar plexus chakra and see what you can do to enhance that for this week. The card says, "Turn your worrier into a warrior." Okay, so very clearly what we're getting from this card is that what you need to do to increase your joy for this week is to allow your worrying or your anxieties to subside, and instead step into your fearlessness. Step into your fearlessness. Okay, so that's the first message. That's very, very clear. And let's see how the rest of this unfolds. All right, so your charm card that you have is the black cat. Okay, so, and this card is saying, take more time for meditation, deep breaths, or yoga. Okay. And you may look into, there are, I know, some yoga opportunities. You can even look on YouTube for yoga opportunities that may be focused on your solar plexus. That might be something to look at for you guys this week. Slow down your thoughts. So again, let's slow down that anxiety, that sense of worry that you might be carrying with you right now, and focus on the present. Focus on the present moment. Your life needs more balance and organization. Prioritize more of what is important to you. So this week, to increase your joy, think about the things that are most important for you, and that's where you need to put your energy and focus. See the good traits within yourself and others. Focus less on judgment and negativity. So bring in the positivity, y'all, and your joy will increase, okay? So let's see here. Now, I love these cards because they can also be a bit of a medicine. This is the Flower Oracle. Oh, what a lovely one, too. Okay, so you got Neroli. Okay, Neroli, and you can kind of see the flowers in here. And you can see from this card here, immediately what it's kind of talking to me about is connections, relationships. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like romantic relations, but I would say like harmonious relationships, or relationships that bring you joy and where you experience a love, that there is a call for you for this week. The neroli flower is saying for you to kind of say, lean into them, right? Lean into those harmonious relationships. The neroli flower's magic specialties are heavenly assistance, beauty, clarity, comfort, and luxury. So find some time this week to, I don't know, do what brings you comfort, whether that's cuddling up on the couch and watching a movie after work, or, taking a walk somewhere. Look for things that bring you comfort. This also represents happy children, happy home, bliss, partnership bliss, positive thinking, sensuality. Y'all find some time for your sensuality, and trust. Okay. So this card is really asking you to kind of lean into the aspects of your life that are about the harmonious relationships. Okay. The neroli is a variety of orange blossom. Okay, so it is also commonly used in aromatherapy. So it may be a medicine, if you're interested or into aromatherapy, it may be a medicine that you can put into. I know I have some diffusers around here. It may be one that you can put in a diffuser during this week, because this one is particularly calling out to you, you beautiful souls that chose pile number 1. It's also saying to relax and open your heart, be brave, and commit to resolving any conflicts in your relationships, even if it involves uncomfortable emotions and discussions. So for you to increase your joy this week, it's really saying, lean into your relationships. Look at your relationships where there is harmony. Open your heart. Even if you may feel like you're in a place of a little stagnation, I'm getting that, or maybe if you're feeling even that you're in a little conflict, this message is really clearly saying for you to take the opportunity to open your heart, okay? Be willing to be vulnerable and authentic with others and yourself, all right? So that's a great way to start this in terms of thinking about what we need to do to bring joy into the week. Now we're going to look at 2 more oracle cards, and then we're going to jump into your tarot to see other pieces of the story. All right, so the 2 oracle cards that we've got here, I'm trying to make sure that you all can see everything in the camera. All right, so you have got, I'm going to move this over here so that we can get to the tarot. All right, so you've got energy, fire spirit, energy. All right. And this is a number 17 card. So if you are, dialing into numerology, that's going to be number 8. And then you've got the wishing well. Okay. The wishing well. And that is number 48. Okay. So what I'm really getting just immediately off of this card, like, look at this card, y'all. Wait a minute. Okay, so she is like tapped. First of all, she is like coming from the earth. All right, she's literally coming from the earth, which is beautiful. She's also getting her power from nature and the earth. All right, so that tells me immediately that in terms of increasing your joy for this week, one thing that you may really want to do is to tap into the natural world, because that may be a place of power and energy for you. And then the other piece of this card is that this card, the energy card, is all about taking action. Okay, so it's saying take action. This is not the time to hold back in your life. Do not repress what you feel or allow yourself to be drained by others. So again, kind of leaning into this harmonious relationship card that the Neroli is bringing to us. There's also saying to you to like allow yourself to not only like be vulnerable, but also to literally take action in your life. Don't strive to meet everyone's expectations and fulfill the needs of others, and forget to honor your own needs, okay? So you're going to lean into those relationships, but also make sure that you're really putting yourself first. This is also a card about breaking free from your constraints. So whether those constraints are self-inflicted, y'all, or imposed on by others, okay? It's time for you to break through. Activate your passion. Give your emotions free rein, all right? Running on your own resources can be depleting, all right? So this card is asking you to sort of lean into this natural energy, natural spirit. If you're not already someone who goes out into nature, you really might want to take some time to just connect with nature in some way, whatever that be. If you live in a city, go to a park, or, just step outside, breathe in the air, do what you need to be able to connect. The power of the fire spirit is renowned. It's one of the 4 primary elements, obviously. And traditionally, it represents transformation, passion, zeal, enthusiasm, creativity, and activation. There's really a sense that I'm getting here from this is that this idea of taking action, right? That is something very concrete that you can hold on to in terms of increasing your joy. What can you do today to actually move things forward in your life in a certain way that's going to bring you joy? All right. Lean on those things that bring you joy. This card is all about vitality, life force energy, and passion expanding in your life. All right. So speak your truth and let the light of the Creator surge through you. Okay. So this is all about energy, y'all. So it's really saying to step into your energy this week to be able to increase your joy, take action on some things that maybe you've been holding back on taking action. All right, because this card is so lovely. It is the wishing well. All right. Now, it's interesting that you have these 2 cards, because this card is talking about taking action and energy. This card is saying also there's a sense of surrendering that needs to happen. So it's like when you take that action, her action here is throwing her wishes into the wishing well. And then also, it's not just wishes here, because the wishing well is also talking about desire, right? And desire is an energy. It is a force as well, a very powerful force. And so really thinking about what it is that you desire. Now, when I talk about desire, I'm not just talking about sexual, sensual desire, which is also part of it, y'all. But I'm also speaking about what is that? What do you desire in your life? What do you desire that brings you joy? And what do you want to increase? What do you desire to increase? And what can you put out into the universe? This is like saying, put your prayer out there. Put your wish out there into the wishing well and trust that the universe has you, all right? Desire is the most important impulse for creating life. So now you're seeing the relationship between desire and inspiration, sensing that moment of truth when you feel the inception of a new life. It's like that aha moment when everything makes sense. All right. So this wishing well card, it awakens you to the presence of unseen forces that enable new beginnings. So it's really saying that, you can put your wish out into the universe and trust that you can be a channel for the higher forces to be able to make that take form into your world. All right. So form your intention, take action, and drop your coin into the wishing well, and then trust in spirit and prepare to be amazed, y'all. Be amazed. Yes, because Spirit is constantly amazing me. All right. So those are the first oracle cards that we're going to pull. Now we're going to look at the story of your tarot, what you've got here, and see if it gives us a little bit of a fuller picture of what's happening with you to increase your joy for this week. So you've got the Seven of Wands. All right. You've got the Knight of Swords. Interesting. Okay. You've got the Two of Swords. You can see this well. The Magician. Interesting. I'm going to push these up so that you can see them. The Magician, because we got two more here. All right. And you've got, oh, lovely. So you've got the Queen of Swords and you've got the Sun. All right. So let's take a look at this. Okay. So the Seven of Wands is letting me know that you have been doing some good work. You have been moving things forward, and you may be feeling like you are maybe still under some level of, attack is a strong word, but that people are kind of coming after you in a certain way. And so the Seven of Wands, though, is a card of resilience. It is a card of speaking up for yourself. It is a card of perseverance. Okay. It is a card of drive. So it's really talking about that you have the strength and the willpower to climb to the top of the hill. All right. You've done that. You've done some work. You've really been striving for something in your life. And when you get there, you feel like, okay. And now people are still trying to undermine you in some way or attack you in some way. But the Seven of Wands is saying that you are strong, okay? And that even though others may try to may feel jealous or they may come at you in a certain kind of way, its card is really arguing for you to don't let them, because you deserve to be right where you are and fight for yourself. So this is a card of really standing up for yourself. Now, it's interesting that you got the Knight of Swords coming in here, because the Knight of Swords is coming in with purpose, confidence, and speed. Okay. And so that is also telling me that that is an energy that you need to bring into it. But the other thing about the Knight of Swords is that one of the things you need to be cautious of or mindful of as you're going after what you need to do. And you do, this Seven of Swords says to me very clearly, you need to stand in your confidence. You need to speak up for yourself, but also be mindful that in your coming in your speed to get things done, that you're not trampling over others in the process. Okay. To make sure that you're being mindful, because sometimes if we're moving at a super fast speed, we can miss some things. And so the advice here is yes, stand up for yourself, stand in your confidence this week so that you can increase your joy. All right. But also be mindful that you're moving at a fast pace and that you're not trampling over others in the process of that. All right. And then we move on and we've got this Two of Swords. Okay. So this is telling me that there may be something that you are needing to make a choice about or a decision about this week, in which you have literally put a blindfold on and are refusing to look at some aspects of the situation. Okay. It may be something that you feel intuitively a certain way about it, but you're like, I don't really want to look at it. Okay. You have raised your defenses. You have steeled yourself against opposition, and you have blindfolded yourself. This card has a certain level of stubbornness to it, of refusal to budge in a situation. All right. And you may have shut yourself off in a certain way. You may feel stuck this is also about thought. The Swords cards is also about mental thought, mental, processes, ideas, things like this. So you may also kind of have gotten yourself into a sense of like overthinking something so much that it's like analysis paralysis, right? Um, and by doing that, in a sense, you're kind of blindfolding yourself to be able to make a clear choice. Now, what's interesting to me that this card kind of comes with the Magician card, and the Magician card, y'all, and it's upright, is all about having the power to really manifest whatever it is that you want to manifest. So this card is also bringing me back to what we got here initially, where it says, turn your warrior into a warrior. All right. That's exactly what these two cards are saying. Like, the synchronicity of these cards really like blows my mind, because really that's exactly what this is. This card is also about worrying. Okay. And it's asking you to turn it. But the warrior that they're asking you to turn your worrying into is the magician. The magician is also a warrior. Sometimes people don't speak of the magician as a warrior, but I definitely see it as a warrior, a manifester, one that is able to make things out of nothing. Okay. So that is really, really incredible. Okay. He can take dreams and create them. All right. So what they're asking you to do is really lean into your powers of manifestation. And one of our keys to powers of manifestations is our thought process. So if you're stuck in this process right here, they're asking you to step away from the worrying and the anxiety and focus your thoughts. Take your blindfold off. Look truthfully at the situation and focus your thoughts on what you want to bring into the situation, not what you're worrying about, because that is bringing more of it into it. So to bring joy, focus on what you want to bring into the situation and into your world. All right. This, because you've got the Queen of Swords here, it's also saying that for this week, it may be for you to cut through the anxiety and the worrying that you have and use your rational thought. The Queen of Swords is very successful, but she uses her her brain, her intellect, her rational thought to really kind of make a clear decision and move things forward in her world. And she's very successful. She's very precise. She's very clear. Okay. So that energy is actually a nice energy for you to have in this week if you're finding yourself in a place of stuck, mentally in some way. She is certainly the one to be able to come in and cut through the bull and help you to see clearly what it is. And so lean on her energy to use your rational thought to break through whatever is happening with this situation so that you can increase your joy. Because the good news is you've got the Sun card here. So this is reminiscent back to the Neroli card that we spoke about earlier with the flowers and leaning into your harmonious relationships. But the Sun card really speaks to me. It is about joy. Okay. It is all about joy. So the fact that this card is here brings me a lot of joy, because this reading is all about increasing your joy for the week. And one of the ways that you can increase your joy for the week is to leap into your childlike wonder and awe, because that's what the Sun card is. What can you do? Do something that is like playful and fun. There in my neighborhood, there's a swing set, like one of them old swings with the actual metal. So like adults can get on the swings with the little leather black seat on it. And sometimes I will just go there and get on the swing, and there may be other kids around me and I can hear them laughing and playing, and I just swing, and I might just be swinging by myself, but it brings me a lot of joy and childhood wonder of swinging up into the air. See if there's things around you that you can bring. I saw a kaleidoscope once in the store. It was like 99 cents, and it was something that I grew up with, and so I just played with it for a bit. Do something. If you have children, play with your kids. Have some, childlike wonder. Do something in that space that will certainly increase your joy this week. All right, y'all. So that is what the story of the tarot is saying for me. There's really a sense of tackling your worrying and your anxiety this week, standing up for yourself, manifesting, leaning into your powers of manifestation, and looking for childlike wonder and joy. Let's look at what the card was that you actually pulled, which was the Elephant Spirit. I love elephants. And this spirit is particularly talking about learning from the past. Okay. The one thing about elephants, which is very interesting because I'm highly connected to the elephant, but I don't remember very well. I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna say my memory is increasing every day. I'll say that. But the elephant spirit, one of the things that they say about elephants is that they never forget. Okay, and so this card is saying that maybe in your current situation or just in general, to really make sure that you're not forgetting the lessons that you've learned from the past. Not to lean on the negative things. If there are things like, okay, if there are traditions or structures in your life in which you were taught in the past that no longer serve you, you can certainly move on from those structures. Okay, that this card is saying that, but it's saying to acknowledge those structures, understand what you learned from them, and then be able to incorporate the new into your life. But just remember, if you have an ancestor practice, make sure that you are recognizing your ancestors this week, because this is all about learning from the past. They have something to teach you. So lean into the words of your ancestors. If you have a direct connection with your ancestors, I would encourage you to reach out to them this week to increase your joy. You can directly ask them, all of you beautiful, enlightened ancestor spirits, what can I do to increase my joy? And listen and let them tell you. Okay. So that is a beautiful card that you chose. I just think it's so beautiful how ornate this elephant is. And then I always pull like a final card for expansive wisdom for the universe. And your card is actually expansion. And your expansion card is talking about increasing your educate your mind and your senses. So if you can take some time this week to do some additional learning, if you will, in some space in which you're wanting to learn in. And I really am getting the sense here that this is also about learning within the space of expanding your consciousness, expanding your mind in some way. So, if there's some either healing arts or some spiritual realm in which you're studying right now, they're asking you to kind of lean into that a bit. You're in the process of learning. You may already be in the process of learning right now. You might be looking at career goals, education, and skill-based training. They may be a focus right now, okay? This new information is going to be needed for the next step of your life. So if you're learning on your job right now, lean into that a bit as well, because it's saying that this is going to be something that is going to help you moving forward, all right? You may be feeling that you aren't up to the task of what it is that you need to know or grow or learn into, but this card is saying very clearly that you should not fear, because everything you need will be available to you in divine timing. All right, you may feel like you're on the edge of not knowing what to do next, but you do know, and all that means is that it is a new experience and you require more information. So if you're feeling like you're lost in some way, you may require new information. So research your area of focus. You can also I'm hearing very clearly that this pile can speak to other people. Okay, so lean out to your resources. There may be some resources in your community that you're not even aware that they went through what you are currently going through, or could give you some guidance on that. I'm really getting a sense of sort of a wise, like a wise leader or a wise person in your community that may come top of mind as I'm saying this, that you may go to be able to speak about what it is that you're currently struggling with, and they're going to be able to share some insight with you. All right. It's saying, this card is saying, my mind is open. I learn new information easily. All right. So this is what I see for you all to be able to bring joy in your life. There's a lot of information here, but ultimately what I'm seeing kind of brings us back to where we came in. Be fearless, y'all. Put your worry aside, step into your warrior energy of expansion and of manifesting things into your life. If you find yourself stuck in worry or kind of spinning around in your own mind, lean on the energy of the Queen of Swords and use your rational thought to make a clear decision. And then go out, y'all, and have some childlike fun, okay? So I hope you enjoyed your reading. It's a fairly long reading today, but I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the readings that I'm offering here. Thanks so much. This is Ade. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, and welcome back to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Ade, and this is pile 2. So if you have chosen the Snowflake, Obsidian, and the Electric Eel Spirit, bring your ideas to life. This is your pile number 2. And what we are investigating today is what or how can we increase our joy for this week. So for pile 2, this is going to be your reading. I want to thank all of those who have subscribed, liked, or shared this channel or the videos. I really appreciate it. I want to be able to reach the people who need to hear my message. So if you do enjoy what I'm bringing to you, if you could like, share, and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Also, if you can comment if something particularly resonates with you in one of the piles, because that will that helps to just give me information about what's resonating for the community. And also, if you're interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, then please do email me at abundantjoytarot, and I'll get back to you with the details of booking and pricing and all that good stuff, and then we can go from there. So thanks so much. This is for pile 2, and the card that you have pulled here is grounding. Sink your roots deep. Connect them to the heart of the earth. Wow, this is the root chakra. I myself have been doing a lot of work with the root chakra, and it's a very powerful work. And I also, as I was saying, they had a different chakra, but solar plexus was the other one. But the root chakra, there's also other. I'm not deeply familiar with chakras, but I know that there is yoga work that is out there that you can do to kind of tap into and stretch and all that good stuff. So if you want to pursue that this week, that may be something that will increase your joy. But then this card is talking about grounding. Sink your roots deep, So, and it also speaks of the earth. So it says to me that another way for you to be able to increase your joy this week is for you to be able to get connected with the earth. A lot of times we'll walk around the earth. If there is a space that you can go where you can literally take your shoes off and let your bare feet walk in the grass or walk in the beach, in the ocean, but somehow physically touch the earth, I would recommend that you do that this week, because I think that it would energetically help to ground you and also to increase your joy for this week. So that's something for you to look into, pile 2. So also you've got the pink bow. All right. So, and the pink bow says you are an example. So be mindful of who's watching. And, especially if you have children, or if you're around children, if you're a teacher, or if you're even, serving people in any capacity in a way, you'd be surprised at how people are actually watching you and are influenced by you in a certain way. There's an amount, joy is such an energy, and love is such a vibration that if you're exuding that, you can touch people without you even knowing it. So be mindful of that this week. Look more into inner child healing, express more kindness. It's who you are, and the people around you need more of it. We're also going through a lot of transitions. I'm not deeply tied into the astrology, but I definitely do follow some of it. And I know that we're in the process of moving through some major transitions with Pluto and some of the other astrological planets. And so that is affecting people's experiences, moods, emotions, et cetera, et cetera. And so just put more love out, put more love out. And I think that will increase all of our joy. All right, I'm hoping you guys can see this well. It's still in the camera. And so this is from the Flower Oracles. And they, to me, gives me more, I love this. Yes. Oh, how beautiful. Okay, so you got, sorry, I carried away. You got the sunflower. Sunflowers to me are like the epitome of joy, okay? Like they're just so bright and vibrant and viral. Like look at this man. He's like receiving all the energy from the sun. I love the sun. I love just standing in it and feeling the warmth of it. It just energizes my whole body and spirit. And so sunflowers kind of represent that even in these sort of dreary winter times, if you will. If you have an opportunity to like buy a sunflower or a bunch of sunflowers this week, I'd encourage you to go out and get a bunch of sunflowers or get just one sunflower and put it on your desk or, put it around you so it reminds you to tap into your joy, to your vibrancy, because that is just really all that this card is really speaking of is so much joy. There's so much beauty in the sunflower card. The magical properties of the sunflower card: happiness, health, vitality, potency, power, radiance, sustenance, strength, and truth. So all of those things are just really powerful. So this is saying that when you pull this card as well, this card is a card of success. So whatever you may be thinking about, or maybe you're struggling with something this week, or there's a situation that you're working with, you might not even be struggling, at all, because this is saying very clearly, congratulations, that you are already in the process of experiencing success. So if you're not feeling that success now, believe me, y'all, it is coming in. You beautiful souls who chose file number 2, you picked a good one. Okay. And so it's also saying time is an illusion, and what we believe and expect, we receive. So rest assured that every ounce of the success you seek is already fully present and real as we speak. Celebration is in order, y'all. Hallelujah. or it will be very soon. All right. So this also tells me that be mindful of what you're thinking about and the success that you want to bring into your life so that you can emanate and bring forth that success, okay? This sunflower's property is all about glorious success. I'm just trying to see if there's any other medicine in here for you. Be forthright, honest, and authentic in your dealings this week. That will definitely increase your joy. Visualize and remain confident in your ultimate success. So whatever it is that you're wanting to be successful in, is saying visualize it. Take some time in your meditation or in your prayer, in your breathing, whatever it is, whether you're walking, and visualize, actually pull the image and feel the feelings that you would feel when you receive that success. Allow that, because that is energy that you are creating and putting out there. Shine your light bravely and bring blessings to the world. Okay, so that is what that beautiful message is saying. Now we're going to jump into your tarot to kind of get a fuller picture of your story this week. So we have pulled several tarot cards. Let's see what we have here for you. I'm going to pull these oracles over here so that when we get ready for them, we have them. Okay, and then your tarot is, okay, so I have to put a little tag over here because of some YouTube rules. Won't be flashing any naked bodies. So you've gotten Judgment, the 8 of Wands, and the Death card. Okay, interesting. All right, and then you've got, okay, let me see if you can see this. So you've got the Tower card and the Ace of Swords. Okay. All right. This is starting to become clearer for me. Let's see what our final cards are here. Let me see. I'm going to pull these over here so we can get them all together. Oops. In the row here. All right. And then you've got the Hierophant, and got another one of them cards that's got a little nudity in it. Is this 3 cards? It is. The Death card again. Okay, and then the World card, which is wonderful. All right, so let's see what we've got here. All right, so the story what I'm seeing here, okay, so let's talk about these cards. So judgment is, in this situation, what I'm getting from this card is judgment is about changing your perspective. All right. It's as if the universe is reaching down and saying, it's about like looking into your own self, right? So to looking into your own self, it's not just about, it's not about judging other people. It's about the judging yourself, but also judging the situation. What is really strongly for me right now is about perspective, because I know that the judgment card is all about a kind of a breakthrough, if you will, of perspective and shifting the how you're looking at a certain situation. Okay. So it's not, it is in a bit about judging yourself. All right. But there are times that, we need to be, we always need to be kind to ourselves, but there's also times when we need to take an honest look at how we are moving forward in approaching situations. And so the judgment card is one of those times to love on ourselves in a way where we're looking at ourselves very honestly. Okay, there is an important change that's needed for you to reach your new heights. All right. And it's important for you to look at and examine yourself and the choices that you've made honestly, and to determine what is best for you. So that, the judgment card kind of points to that. So it's only through responding to the call that we become truly alive. So there's something about your needing to respond, all right? And that makes total sense with what we see here with the Eight of Wands, because the Eight of Wands is about taking action. It is about moving things forward at a rapid speed. You see, she's on her motorcycle and she is getting at it, and meanwhile the wands are above her, and notice they've got new growth on them, new ideas. They have sort of the energy of the wind is on them. It's such about movement. So it's letting me know that a part of what is going to be about increasing your joy this week is for you to take an honest look at your situation or how you're dealing in your life right now, and then to take some steps forward. Okay, stepping forward is going to be critical. Taking action really is the word that I want to use. Taking action, moving in your life in some way. So getting clear about some things and then taking action about them. Now, part of getting clear here may have to do with letting go. Okay, because that is what the death card is. A lot of times people see the death card and they go, oh God, that's a terrible card. And you got it twice here. So that is letting me know that there is really, but this is connected to okay. All right. So let's deal with this death card first, and then we'll deal with this death card, because I actually think that they're talking about two different things. Okay. So this right here is about letting go of some old ideas, in the sense of places in which you haven't been fully honest with yourself. Okay. So looking at yourself and your situation, looking at it wholly, taking any blindfolds that you have off, making sure that you're honestly, making decisions from a place of clarity, just being totally honest with yourself. All right. And then taking action and moving. And I feel like the action and the movement here is really, there's something that you need to let go of here. And I may pull some other cards here to see what it's actually asking you to let go of. I'm going to Spirit, can we because I really feel that's what this is. Can we just get, for pile number 2, can we get an idea of what it is? Interesting. Okay, so you've got the Empress. I'm going to just pull one of your card here. And the Queen of Swords. Those are very strong cards. So I'm getting a sense that there is something that you are creating. All right. So, okay, perhaps what it is that there's something that maybe you are creating or something that you're working on in which you need to get a new perspective. And there may be some part of that work that you're doing that you've been holding on to very tightly. All right. Something that you're giving birth to. Right. And it's in this card, this letting go of, it really feels like it's saying that it's letting go of there's two things here. There's this letting go of that piece of the creative project that you are birthing. Okay, right. So, I mean, that's just the truth of what I'm seeing here. Okay, so the Empress is like, I guess I'm hesitant to say it because I'm like, oh, you don't want to like let go of a creative project, but sometimes you do. You do need to let go of a creative project so something else can emerge. And actually, that's kind of what's saying here. So it really feels like whatever this situation is that you're dealing with, there's something that is growing in this situation that you need to let go of. Okay. And the other piece of it is that you may need to let go of your rational thought around the situation, how you're sort of it feels like in this case, when the Queen of Swords is here, that you're in a way kind of trying to rationalize a truth. Okay, so rationalizing a truth, and rather than facing the truth, really, you're actually trying to rationalize it and continue to work with it. And this card is saying very clearly, you need to let it go. Okay, because not only do we have this card here that you need to let it go, but then you've got the Tower card. Okay, so that's saying like, the easy route is really for you to kind of begin to loosen the reins on it and begin to let go of it and know that from that rebirth is coming. Okay. Rebirth is coming for your creativity and moving yourself forward. All right. But the Tower card is telling you that there's going to be a breakdown. Okay. There's going to be a breakdown. Tower card is not anything to be afraid of. Per se, it is really about, it's really about cutting the wheat from the shaft, okay? Cutting the wheat from the shaft, holding on to the things that serve you and letting go of the things that do not serve you. Sometimes we have to experience pain in order to grow stronger. The pain might take the form of a failed relationship, getting fired from a job, or losing a friend, or it may make you feel like your whole world is collapsing in some way. It could be the end of a creative endeavor that you're working on, okay? It may be that you look honestly at something that you've been working on, and you know what, and you say, this is just not working for me, and it hasn't been working for some time, so I need to take action to let it go, all right? And it may be that in doing that, it feels, you may have the sense of things are collapsing in some way. It may feel painful to let go of something that you've worked on so hard. And so all you beautiful souls that chose pile 2, if that is the case, just know that what is clear in this reading moving forward is that there is newness coming in, because directly after this collapsing, this full letting go of whatever it is that you need to let go of is the Ace of Swords. Okay. And the Ace of Swords is brilliantly beautiful. Okay. The Ace of Swords is a new beginning. It's a new idea, a new creation, and it's moving forward, new thought processes. Your mind is ready to create something new and to bring it out into the world. It's just such a beautiful card. It's a time to cut through the fog, see things for what they really are. It represents new ideas and progress, clarity in your action. You're about to take the first steps toward a new and exciting journey. So trust your intuition and act with confidence, because the world is waiting for you to make your mark, whatever this new project is. So there's something new, and it may already be in the shadows, or, you've been thinking about it in your mind. I'm really seeing it very clearly that it's something that is sort of in the back of your mind, but you haven't wanted to let go of something that you've put a lot of time and investment into, okay? But it's telling you, in order for you to really receive and increase your joy, that letting go is actually going to increase your joy, y'all. And then that whatever is sitting in the shadows, and some of you may not know what it is yet, but some of you do. Some of you have had an inkling of what that project is that you need to move forward. And the other thing is you've got this Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant here, I feel like is representing, well, actually two things, because they do represent two things. One is like gaining additional knowledge, right? But the other thing is about structures. And so what's interesting to me is that what's directly following the Hierophant is the other death card. And that, remember I said, oh, wait a minute, I feel like this death card is saying something different, because I feel like this death card is actually talking about you letting go, putting an end to some old ideas, old traditions, old patterns, ways that you have thought this is the way to do it and this is the only way to do it. Or you've been told this is the way to do it and this is the only way to do it. And this death card is saying it's time to let those ideas go so that this new idea that is coming into space can go out into the world. And the world card is a beautiful card of success, okay, of optimism, of vitality, of strength, of abundance coming into your world. So by even the pain and that you may be feeling, by taking action to let go of whatever it is that you've been working on for some period of time, this newness that's coming in, you guys, I promise you, is going to bring you the abundance that you have not been able to receive yet in this endeavor that you have been working on. So that is what I'm seeing very clearly. The world card is just a luscious card, okay? I want to give you a little bit more energy on the world card because it is such a beautiful card. But I really do, I'm really seeing the story feels very, very clear to me here in terms of what you're looking at in terms of this overall. Like, I know these two death cards, you might be seeing these and going, oh, those look a little bit scary. They can seem like they're a little bit scary, but it's really, sometimes it's so critical that we let go, because it's only when we let go that the new things that come in that we didn't even imagine, y'all, we didn't even imagine was possible can come in. We can be stifled and stagnant behind something because we're not letting go, but the world card is talking about this new idea is bringing you to this space of this world card, this beautiful world card, which is about completion, joy. And ultimately, that's what we ask for. How do we increase our joy? So this letting go process that you're doing, this also letting go of certain ideas that you've had or the ideas that have been put on you, is going to bring you wholeness and achievement, happy endings, abundance and success, y'all. New levels of consciousness, literally traveling around the world for some of you. Okay, that is really what this card represents. The world brings one of the most positive and abundant messages of the tarot. So you've come very, very far, y'all loves. And this is really saying that that by letting go of these things that you are dealing with here, and it may be abrupt, you all, this, because the Tower is certain, like, sudden changes. So as you begin to move forward, you may find that you hit a sudden change that kind of takes you off guard. Okay. But hang in there. All right. Hang in there and trust and know that by doing this process, new things are coming into your space and they are going to bring you ultimate success. So that's really a great message for you all. So let's get to your other oracle cards to see how they land with the rest of the, oh, wonderful. Yes. Okay. So again, this is telling us that the magic prayer card is all about manifestations, that your prayer is being answered. That is what the magic prayer card is all about. To put your word out there, speak your word out to your higher power, release it into the universe, your God, whatever is your higher source of divinity. that has ultimate love for you, and know that your prayer is being answered. That is what this card speaks of. All right. Now, the dragonfly spirit is about change, right? And this clearly in your message here, you're going to be going through some changes, y'all, but hang on tight because it's going to be okay, because the dragonfly is such a beautiful card. It's letting you know that it's all right to change directions. It's okay to change your mind. So that's so true, because in this situation, you may have been working on something. You may have been feeling like, oh, I've already put time and investment in this. I can't move forward. But this card is telling you, y'all, it's time. It's okay. This is the time to put the traditions and expectations, the Hierophant card, of others aside. Instead, you are called to create your own traditions. You are free to express yourself and let your spirit fly, just like the dragonfly flutters around. It changes directions. It does exactly what it wants and needs to do. Dragonflies are acrobats of the sky. Not only can they fly backwards, they fly upside down and turn 360 degrees, y'all. And this spirit, the energy of this spirit is coming into your life. So you can definitely, well, and they do it so gracefully, right? If you've watched a dragonfly and how they move, and they're so smooth and graceful in their moves, okay? They are ancient also. They have been around for 300 to 350 million years, y'all, dragonflies have. All right? They are masters of change. They are adaptable. So the dragonfly says, be willing to change your perspective, okay? And good fortune will follow. This world card is going to follow, y'all. As people get older, they find it harder to change. So to activate youthfulness, be willing to change without hesitation. And that takes me back to that Eight of Wands card. It's telling you to start making moves, y'all, and make moves quickly. You are going to experience some transitions, and you may experience some very fast changes, which can be unsettling, okay, and unnerving for us. But just keep going, you guys, because you got a new idea that's coming into place. Beautiful. This is going to lead you to your joy. So let's look at this electric eel spirit. This says, bring your ideas to life. I didn't even see that at first, y'all. Bring your ideas to life. That is the card that you chose. So it's really speaking to that change that we're talking about, this newness that you're bringing in. Okay, so seemingly out of nowhere, the jolt of the electric eel spirit appears to awaken you to a big idea that you are meant to explore. Epiphanies and aha moments are gifted to you right now. So celebrate, y'all. Your life has the potential for profound transformation. Woo, come on, spirit, with the synchronicities. I mean, wow. I mean, all of this just flows together so well. It's really saying there is an idea. Some of you do have an idea in the back of your mind, or if you haven't, you're going to get hit with an electric shock to let you know that this is something, a new idea that you need to move toward, okay? Ideas need to percolate as they rarely download in detailed form. Wow. So have you too quickly dismissed an epiphany because you couldn't see where it might lead you? Okay, well, it's telling you that maybe your big idea is taking more time to shape than you expected. But you might have been meant to learn something in the process to bringing it into being, which takes me back to the Hierophant, where it also holds this idea of learning something new. Okay, commit to the transformation and to learning any lessons this new venture will bring. And soon you will see that your aha was even more valuable than you realized when you first felt it electrify you. Come on, y'all, get electrified this week and find your joy. I am loving that. Loving that for you. Gosh, that's beautiful. Okay, wow. And then your final card here is the Hidden Realms. Create conscious awareness. Now, I think that this goes well with your electric eel thing because it's also speaking of opening your mind to learning, all right? Now, the electric eel is talking about learning into what you have been hit with. Now, some of you have been hit with an idea that actually has to do with expanding your consciousness or expanding the consciousness of others or expanding the consciousness of the world. Come on, y'all. Y'all better do it. Put put it into action, okay? Because we need all of that right now in the world. We need to elevate our vibration, and you might be the one to actually do that with the work that it is that you've been inspired to do, y'all. So I'm encouraging you, and this reading is clearly encouraging you to step into that. This talks about the hidden realms and all of the different levels of consciousness and cosmos that are around us, and tapping into those. It talks, so if your idea has to do with that, this card is another confirmation of that, of dipping into that. If it doesn't have to do with sort of expanding consciousness in certain ways, I feel like this is really speaking to you, allowing the space to have other ideas to come, other sources, really kind of other sources of information to feed your idea and feed your growth in whatever this project, this idea is. I'm fascinated by this. So if any of you all have a project that you're working of that came to mind that you're like, oh my God, she's speaking on this, y'all, please tell me in the comments or something. I would love it. I would love to know if this resonated with any of you. So anyway, enjoy your week. I hope that this gives you some insight on how to increase the joy for your week. And I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Beautiful pile number 2. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome back to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Ade. And if you have chosen the Tiger's Eye and the Wolf Spirit card, this is your reading. Thank you for joining. I want to thank again all of my subscribers. If you have liked, shared, or subscribed to the video, I really appreciate it. I'm just wanting to bring my message to those who need to hear it, or the message, if you know, whatever message they need to hear. It's not necessarily my message, but I am excited today as we explore how can you increase your joy in this week? How can you increase the joy in this week? And this is the third reading, and there have just been some really wonderful readings. So I'm fascinated, very different. But certainly if you feel drawn to another pile, there might be a message in there for you. So certainly check those out if you feel drawn to them. These have gone a little bit longer than the shorter ones that we were doing, but they're certainly worth it. So I hope that you enjoy. So let's jump right in. I'll dig into the wolf spirit a little bit later, but let's look at some of these first oracle cards. So we've got the heart chakra. So it's interesting because all 3 groups had a different chakra that was sort of that they could be focusing on for the week. So this week, you know, for those of you who know a lot about chakras, you can, you know, tap into the additional knowledge that you have for this. I'm just now learning more and more about them, but I find that there's some great yoga things you can even find on YouTube that can help you expand in whatever area of work. And obviously there's a ton of resources on that modality. But this is saying love. Love is a verb, so make it your most treasured action. I love this card. Actually, I've seen this card before, and I truly believe it. I truly believe that love is a verb. You know, it's something that you have to take action in. It is how it continues. It's the highest vibration that we have. And the fact that we are like literally like a little, like I'm seeing like a little ocean of love inside of us that we can allow out to like sort of wash over other people as well as ourselves is just such a beautiful gift. And so put your love into action this week, you all, and it will definitely increase your joy. The other thing you have here is the dice card. Interesting. Okay, so the dice card says, beware of synchronicities around you. The universe is speaking to you. So many of you have been noticing different things telling you, oh, you know, you need to go check that out. Or maybe you've been seeing certain numbers around you a lot, you know, certain times on the clock, or you randomly ran into someone that you hadn't seen for a bit, and they say something that kind of strikes you as something that you were thinking about, or something that you were wondering about, or any of these things. These are all the universe kind of talking to you and guiding you along your path. So pay attention to the little synchronicities where you're like, oh, that's odd. Isn't that strange that happened and this happened? I'll tell you, these readings are really amazing with their synchronicity in terms of coming together. This also says take a chance on a situation you have been wondering about. All right, because that is in alignment with what the universe. Sometimes the universe speaks to us softly, and sometimes it speaks to us more loudly. You often want to listen to them when they're whispering, because when they get loud, it can be a little bit unnerving. But listen to the soft whispers of your mind and heart and spirit, and move forward on something that you've been thinking about. Okay, check it out. See what you need to do there to move forward with it. It's not luck, it's manifestation. Be mindful of your thoughts as your reality is being created. Okay, so be mindful of your thoughts this week, y'all, because it's really saying that not only is the universe speaking to you, but the universe is listening as well as you begin to think about and know that your thoughts are critical for your manifestation. Okay, so you can't just say once, oh, I want this abundance, and then all you think about is the lack that you have in your life, because what you're doing is manifesting that lack. Okay, so you need to turn your thoughts to the abundance that you want to bring into your life. And this week, the joy that you want to increase in your life. What does that look like? How do you want to manifest that? Okay, and focus your attention. Be very intentional about your thoughts and how you're moving forward with it. Now let's look at our flower oracle and what medicine. Oh, that's beautiful. And it's also a synchronicity with love, okay? Because you pulled the rose. The rose is the symbol of the purest form of love. It's really all forms of love. So unconditional love, romantic love, friendship love, family love, familiar love, like it is all forms. It is the universal form of love. That's what the rose is. Now, if any of you all dip into essential oils or anything like that, you can definitely get like rose essential oils and things like that, and you might be able to put that in your diffusers and put that around you, or just buy yourself a rose this week, or buy a bunch of roses and put it near you so that you are reminded of universal love. You don't have to wait for somebody to try to give you something on Valentine's Day, if you ever get them on Valentine's Day. I'm still waiting for that. But anyway, you don't have to wait for that. You go get those beautiful roses for you. Get the color that really speaks to you, whether it be a red rose or a yellow rose or a pink rose, or I've seen lots of different shades of roses. Like, go get yourself a rose and remind yourself of the amount of love that you have within yourself, okay? And that will emanate out and increase your joy and increase your love for the people around you as well, all right? That is clear, very clear message. So this seems to be really speaking on love, Okay, I want to dip into, I'm going to do these cards, and then I'll do I do the tarot first, sorry, you guys, and then I jump into the oracle. I think that was the order that I was doing. So all those oracle cards we will come back to, but let's look at the tarot and see what story it's laying out for us. So you've got, see that the Three of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, okay, the Hanged Man, the Ten of Swords, okay, loves, and then you've got the Ace of Wands, lovely, and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, all right. Okay, so this seems to be saying that, there's some interesting things. So there's something that you've been working on, and you've been working on it in community or partnership with someone else. Okay. Oh, also, you guys, this is because of YouTube guidelines. Like, I think she might not be fully clothed. So anyway, the Three of Pentacles is about, it's not only about sort of building something with community, but there's also kind of it has the element of apprenticeship, right? Or being able to work with someone else that you're inspired by, or, led by, who's kind of, you're you're learning, right? But there is definitely within the Three of Pentacles this sense of collective learning, collective building, and collective learning. Your pentacles are all about sort of the material plane, if you will. Okay. So that which, the material plane in that, I'm sorry, the foundational things, abundance, money, anything that is on your material, the earth is very noted by that, work, finances, physical reality, the 3D, right? If you will, that is really what the pentacles represent. So this talks about building something in the 3D, in the real world, like a project, an idea. It could be a relationship, because it's a building process, right? So it could be that, but it's really sort of leaning towards sort of a project, right? Now, the thing is that it seems as if this is showing, the 3 indicates that there has been good progress, that you're making progress towards success, right? And that all things are kind of going in a good way. Now, the 4, however, brings into that you are busy with a balancing act. So it may be that what has been coming up here has been starting to take on a little bit more energy from you, right? And causing you to have to be able to balance it. And this card also has a sense of sort of hoarding, really, or kind of holding on to things because of a fear or wanting to feel safe and stable, and feeling like that could be altered or damaged in some way, or like not as stable as you want it to be. It's been working for a while, but somehow you still can't relax, right? You're still not relaxed in the process of this project, right? Because all this stress about money isn't making you happy. So some of you may be dealing with some financial issues. They may be related directly to this project or just in your larger life and how it is that you're moving forward. Because what else is coming clear here is that there's something about what's going on with you right now where you're feeling really stuck. And not only are you feeling really stuck, but you're also feeling a lot of pain and anxiety. Okay, the 10 of Swords indicates to me that you have a feeling of defeat. Okay, that not only are you feeling stuck, but you're feeling the sense of defeat. And I feel like that 10 of Swords is kind of hovering over the Hanged Man, because the Hanged Man, the good news about the Hanged Man is that you notice here that although she is in suspension, she's in a holding pattern, okay? She can't really move forward in the direction she needs to move, but her head is in the light, okay? So her ideas, the things that are moving, that there are energies around her that are going to help her. She's getting a new perspective. She's shifting the way that she's thinking and moving forward in her life, all right? That's a beautiful place to kind of come into. So my hope is that this is the space that you're moving into, all right, as opposed to the 10 of Swords. But it totally makes sense, because the 10 of Swords is a completion of a cycle. So that's the good news of it, all right? So even though the 10 of Swords may feel very heavy, okay, it can feel very heavy, it can feel painful, it can feel like a letting go of something that you didn't want to let go of. It feels hurtful. It feels like a struggle. It's a painful ending of some kind. So it could be that you're working on a project and somehow it has ended, or I've got something that came into mind that like you lost funding for something, or somehow things got tight so that what was going well, what you were succeeding with, you ran into some struggles with. If it was a relationship, then it's something that it was going smoothly, and then something pulled out from under you in the physical world. It could be that something like there had to be a shift or a change in location. That's what's coming to my mind, that, that maybe somebody had to move, or you had to move, or there was a career move that had to happen, or something that has caused a painful ending of some kind. There's a sense of feeling like you were stabbed in the back. That's what this 10 of Swords is actually talking about. But it is an opportunity for a deep healing. It's an opportunity to find hope and resilience. So even though she's struggling, she is looking out to the sun. The movement forward is one of hope. Okay, so even if you all, but you beautiful souls who chose pile number 3, if you are in a place of suffering or pain, know that my heart, my light, and my energy goes out to you. But this card is really saying that although it is an ending, that there is hope there. Okay. And the rest of the cards are showing that as well, because if you move into the hanged energy, there's like a healing, a deep healing. This is denoting a need for a deep healing. And this is an opportunity for you to take time and space and get the deep healing that you need from the divine, to be in a little bit of a holding pattern, because directly what's following that, you all, is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands, okay? So aces always denote newness, new beginnings. It could be new partnerships, new relationships, or whatever that might be. But in particular with the wands, it's talking about new ideas. New seeds are being burst forward. Potential, the arrival of inspiration, because the wands really speak of passion and creativity. It can be an intense creativity, a mirror-like nature of consciousness, interconnectedness of all things, the ability to manifest anything, you all. The Ace of Wands is a beautiful, jubilant energy that is coming in to move you out of this stagnation of the Hanged Man and move you into a new endeavor. So I understand that completions can be painful, but understand that there is newness coming for you. And that's what you need to embrace in this week, is you're increasing your joy. You're moving toward this really powerful energy of initiation into something new, something creative, something passionate. All right. And then the Eight of Pentacles is about continuing to build that foundation and to move things forward. It is one of progress. It is one of success, but it is also an arbor to keep going. It's like, keep going, y'all. Just keep going, keep working. Your dreams are coming forward. It is about, the 8 is talking about mastering something. So you're going to be mastering a new skill, becoming an expert at your work. So they're asking you to have patience and determination, because this is a moving towards something within your soul purpose. And I feel very strongly about that because we've got this Ace of Wands. So whatever has been completed, and then this newness is coming in, then it's saying, okay, now as you embrace this new idea, this new venture, this new passion that you may have, creative passion, master it. Take the time, work on it. Do what you need to master that skill, okay? Let's layer on what you have here for your oracle cards. That feels like a very clear story to me. Yeah, wow, okay. This is also additional, this is a synchronicity, y'all. The acceptance, right? It's asking you to accept what has been happening, and not only accept what has been happening, and allow yourself to, if you need to grieve, but also to expand your thinking around it. But accept yourself. Accept whatever decisions you have had to make along this process. Understand that we do the best with what we do the best we can do with what we have at the time, okay? And you are accepted. You are accepted by the divine in all of your flaws, all of your goodness, all of your grace, all of your beauty, all of your radiance. All of it is accepted by the divine. And they're asking you to accept yourself as you step into this newness. In this week of increasing your joy, increase your joy, loves, by accepting yourself wholly as you are. Okay. And then ride the wave, y'all. This is ride the wave. Go with the flow. And sometimes we just have to sit back and let things go as they're going to go. It's going to bring you more joy. Don't push. Don't push too hard this week, y'all. Just kind of ride the waves. See where things are going. Be observant. And then just hop on and ride the wave. Let it be fun. Be joyful like the dolphins. Let it be light, okay? Let your spirit be light. Come out of this space of heaviness and just go with the flow and allow the universe to take you where it is that you need to go. We're going to look at your wolf spirit. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. The wolf spirit says, turn knowledge into wisdom. Turn knowledge into wisdom. Isn't that lovely? Okay, so definitely there have been some lessons, maybe perhaps some really hard lessons for you recently as you've gone through this change, this shift. Your internal mindset, has been really struggling. The wolf spirit leads you deep into the enchanted forest that holds the secrets to your life. Can you sense her beckoning you to follow, asking you to take all you've learned in all your learning and make it yours? Embody it. Whatever lessons you've learned along the way, do not leave them unexamined, okay? Be loyal to your dreams, to your soul, and to turning knowledge into wisdom and experience into magic. Turn your experience into magic, y'all. The experiences that you've had that have been painful, you have the power to shift the meaning of them, okay? And make them magical. What is unknown is still yet to be discovered. The wolf spirit appears to you. You are being told not to pretend you know something when you don't. You won't impress anyone with just a little bit of knowledge, okay? Because you rob yourself of the true experience of education if you tell yourself you're done learning or you don't have to know something deeper, okay? So be open, be humble, be teachable, and the world will open itself up to you like magic, okay? So the spirit of this wolf spirit is really saying, come with me, beloved, and learn what you need to learn to go on the next step of your journey, okay? That is beautiful. So let's look at your final oracle. Wow. Okay. Wow. Mindful wisdom. Mindful wisdom. Create inner harmony. To increase your joy, y'all, you this week, y'all, you're going to have to increase your harmony inside of you, your thinking. I really want this group to really think about what you're thinking about and be focused and intentional about how you're thinking this week. Accept yourself and accept others. Accept the situation and know that newness is coming into it. Continue to grow and learn. Expand your wisdom. Mindfulness is the simple act of being present in each moment. For most people, it's not always achievable during your daily life. You have complications of employment, relationships, children, social activities, and career choices can seem to distract us from achieving our goal of just being present and mindful. So it's important for you to choose mindfulness so you can receive clarity of consciousness and peace of mind, that inner harmony that you're looking for. Now is the time to journey inwards, to access your inner knowing and personal wisdom through mindful practice to create an equilibrium in your heart and mind. Bring yourself back to a heart space. Wow, it's going back to your heart chakra, y'all. That's where we started. There's the synchronicity. Bring yourself back to your heart space. That's beautiful. Where you can approach anything with calmness and clarity. Place yourself of value. When the owl appears in your life, it encourages you to use strong intuition to gain wisdom about matters that you shouldn't ignore. More importantly, self-worth and confidence. Tolerance can be achieved through objectivity and inner peace. Say to yourself, I react sensitively to others as I respect my personal boundaries. Give yourself space this week, all you beautiful souls that chose pile number 3. Give yourself space to go with the flow. Accept yourself. Know that newness is coming and sink yourself into your heart space and your love. All right? Go get yourself some flowers. Go get yourself some roses. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. Y'all men like them roses too. Get yourself some roses. I hope you have a beautiful, joyful week, that you embrace love, you embrace your heart, and you embrace yourself. All right? If you like what you're hearing, please like, share, or subscribe. I would love to have you in my community, and I will look forward to seeing you at the next reading, y'all. Have a joyful week. Bye-bye.